And it's green for go. Impal Aaron, Sal Andorra, Nino Schurter smiling on the start line, but it's Luca Schwarzbauer who wipes that smile off his face and makes it first full of puddles. Dubois alongside him, as was Será. And they are all safely away from the line, and they head out onto the start loop, but it's Schwarzbauer in the engine room at the front.
Yeah, Luca Schwarzbauer leading here on this first climb. In the purple kit, the number 4 on his bike.
Joshua Dubois is locked on behind him in the blue of Rock Rider for the national champs jersey of Italy. Luca Braido's in contention as well, just behind the red jersey of Jordan Será, and it's getting a tight pinch. Pierre de Foirmont caught up there in a little bubble on the inside as they head down in this multi-line section. The first descent, a chance to hopefully fin them out on this start loop.
And these riders, they know as well, a good start is very important. They will have first another climb before they're entering the forest, and in that forest there is this single track.
Schwarzbauer leads them up the hill, but Dubois moving up on his left-hand side in the dark green and blue. There's Será in the red jersey for BMC behind them. Tiguan Caro with him, the highest we've seen him
wondering where
so
the
far
world
this season.
champion is, and there he comes in the white kit.
There is Tom Pidcock in the white jersey and the rainbow stripes of the UCI World Champion. Moves past Lars Forster, himself a winner in Leogang earlier in the season.
And it is Nino Schurter on the left side of him.
So Schurter got swallowed up at the start then and is having to fight his way back to the front. Tom Pidcock as well. Know his way around. He's picked a good one in Jordan Será.
But what a start for Luca Schwarzbauer, pushing hard. Matthias Flückiger, he's with him.
Matthias Flückiger looking good here. And
yeah, he likes to ride in the wet conditions, in the slippery conditions. He's very fast in the descents.
I fancy his chances today, Bart. I think whenever you combine the altitude and the weather, things are very, very tough. And as I said at the start, Matthias, he likes it when the conditions are tough for everyone. Yeah. He really comes to the fore then.
It is PIDCOCK.
I asked Josh Carlson earlier in the week what effect as a rider altitude has, and he said, imagine running up and down your stairs 10 times and then trying to get your breath back through a straw.
That's how it is.
That's what it feels like. I didn't take him up on the offer to try it right enough, but
yeah, it feels horrible.
It's a really strange sensation. Even moving around, you do feel it up here.
It is, yeah. Walking around, walking the stairs or uphill.
For Team BMC, 2 UCI World Cup wins to his name.
So
2 French national championships. Look at Flückiger through this descent though.
Matthias Flückiger leading here and opening the gap to Luca Schwarzbauer.
You can just see how glossy those rocks and roots look. The rubber mat on that bridge as well. Super, super tricky.
And he's not holding back at all, Matthias Flückiger.
No. It really is.
Since Bloom's taking it a bit more carefully.
Such a balancing act, this course. You've got to descend fast. Look at Pidcock through there.
Oh, he almost hit that
Bloom's. Yeah, Schurter's in. Schurter's in.
Rear flat.
It's a rear flat. Swaps glasses. Clear vision for Nino Schurter. Stands well back.
But this costs a little bit of time. 30 seconds, more like normally.
Let's Yanni.
If everything goes perfect.
Let's Yanni, his mechanic, earn his money.
Yeah, the famous mechanic of the Scotch Ram team.
Can take a drink.
Oh, it's a shame.
It's a gel, yeah.
Yep.
He could have lost a lot more time if it had happened to him further on, but this is a slow change, whatever's going on. You can see the mud clinging to that bike. Yanni gets the bike into gear. Hands it back to its pilot, and Schurter takes off, and now we are going to have to see some fireworks as Nino Schurter's got a job on here.
Matthias Flückiger.
Flückiger still attacking up out of the saddle on that horrible, horrible wet grass climb just before he drops into this wood section. A couple of line choices, heads to the left-hand side.
He's feeling strong, feeling good. Looks like it's drying quickly, actually, the course.
It actually does through there, doesn't it?
There's one line.
Rather you than me. There's actually some snow in the mountains here this morning after that storm last night.
Must be when it's the temperature you felt this morning here on this elevation, and it goes much higher here in the mountains. Must have been snow on the tops.
Yeah, Bart and I battling through. Wasn't much sleep to be had in Andorra last night with a storm that hit town around about 4 in the morning. Thunder and lightning like you've never heard. There's Vlad Descalu on the right-hand side of number 14 Trek. Oh, Schwarzbard, wonder if
Yeah.
there's just been a little bobble there.
Another time, a foot out for him. Lost a little bit of time.
It's another awkward little turn though down that chute. You kind of arrive into it hard on the brakes. And Será
You see the rain
alongside
here.
Schwarzbard. Look at the rain falling here in Pal Arendsal, Andorra. Cross-country mountain bike racing, always thrilling, but even more so when it's a wet race. Será blast past Schwarzbauer. Schwarzbauer moves back over. It's his teammate Grillo behind him.
Yeah.
Back to the front of this chasing trio then. So he's pulled a couple of seconds back.
It's now Thomas Kriot coming to the front of that chasing group.
Do you think Griot's been keeping his powder dry here a bit, letting these other two do the work, and now?
At least motivate each other if you have your teammates around you. Yeah, the race is not over yet. I mean, also Matthias, he's struggling.
And again, between the weather and how altitude can all of a sudden just snap you. Griot,
23.
and
It has been 32.
he'll be able to see him soon.
And you see the way how he's riding. He looks, his expression on his face, the way how he's pedaling. It looks strong. It looks Thomas Kriot. That's the difference in between 22 seconds again. You see this part of the course. Thomas Kriot is fast all the time.
Squares that corner off. Yeah, you can see that mud
The
looks
mud
like
is
it's
sticky
starting
at
to
the moment.
solidify a bit. Yeah, it's getting tacky.
It does.
The arm warmer's coming down. Business time. There's
That's the
Griot.
difference in between these two. That's less than 22 seconds. It's less.
Griot. Well, we've talked about how big a win this would be for Matthias Flukiger.
Now we see the expression on his face. Now he's pushing hard. He knows.
And there is
Ochoa, Geraldo Ochoa. He already had a
What's going on there
problem.
It's deep into a race with all those roots and all those rocks outside. 9 seconds, 7 seconds, whatever it is, can disappear in a heartbeat as Matthias Flukiger then leads the race on the last
And
lap.
there
But there is the rider hunting him down. Toma Grillo closes in. One to go here in Pal Arendsal, Andorra, and it might just be a battle royale.
The final lap.
Look at this. Even from here, you can tell what rider that
18
is.
seconds.
Matthias Flukiger has gone on the attack here, and he has distanced Toma Grillo. But what can Grillo do in this climb?
In the zone.
The tongue's back out. The work ethic from Matthias Flukiger has been unbelievable in this race. It's looking, Bart, every World Cup we go to now, I mean, Lucas Schwarzbauer said it, it's who can dig the deepest. Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? Look, like, we saw Nino Schurter's performance in Lenzerheide, as I said, whenever he attacked every millimetre off it. We're seeing Matthias Flukiger here, the depths they're having to go to now.
It comes down to details now these days. Everything has to be perfect. From the start on, everything has to go perfect. Perfect positions.
PIDCOCK. Marauding, weight all over the back of the bike of Será like a cheap suit as they head into the pump track section.
But where is Matthias Flukiger? He must be almost there at the finish line.
Matthias Flukiger's probably back of the van reading the paper by now. He's that far out in front, but you can't take your eyes off this battle for third.
Yeah, this is an interesting battle for the world champion. Against
Here he goes, Tom PIDCOCK up the inside of Jordan Será. Great spatial awareness from PIDCOCK there, but now Será comes up the inside of him. Meanwhile, Matthias Flukiger celebrates. Matthias Flukiger wins in Pal Arendsal, Andorra, his first win since Leogang last season. And a good dose of redemption for Matthias Flukiger. What a ride that was from the Swiss rider. Toma Grillo, well, he gave it a good dig. He got within 8 or 9 seconds of Flukiger, but Flukiger just found something else. But his best result of the season so far. But we need to see what's crossing the line behind him, and it's going to be Tom PIDCOCK. Tom PIDCOCK heading for third place from buried deep in the grid. Heads up the start, finish straight. The UCI World Champion. What a way to back up the stripes today. Casual as you like, third place.
Yeah, what a performance.
You have to feel for Jordan Será. He didn't put a pedal wrong all race, but decent handful of points for Será.
Yeah, but the depth of the field is so deep.
Flukiger, Griot, PIDCOCK, Será, Schwarzbauer are your top 5, then Lars Forster, Titouan Carew, Thomas Lichter, Vlad Descalu and Vital Albin in 10th. Luca Braido was 11th, Nino Schurter in 12th, just out sprinted by the Italian at the line. Marcel Guerini, Ochoa, Blooms, Campos Motos, Dubois, Koretsky back in 25th. Filippo Colombo on his return in 26th, didn't see much of him. The biggest smile in Andorra belongs to Mateusz Flukiger, back in winning ways. His last cross-country Olympic distance win, Leogang last season. It's been a journey since then, but he's back. When the conditions are at their toughest, this man finds something else. Mateusz Flukiger wins in Palar and Sal, Andorra, the 5th round of the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup Cross Country Olympic for the elite men. And it is still all to play for. You can't take your eyes off this championship for 1 second. In 2023, Flukiger, Griot, PIDCOCK, Será and Schwarzbauer are the top 5. Here are the overall standings then. Nino Schurter leads the way from Mateusz Flukiger now by just 29 points after that win. Lukas Schwarzbauer moves down to 3rd, 60 off him. Jordan Será, 72 off him. So those top 4 positions, you could throw a blanket over all 4 of them. Forster, Griot, Haverly,